Hey everyone, Schmuckles. This is one of the harder videos that I've ever made. I was shocked to learn yesterday that Tony Todd, the iconic actor behind the original Candyman role, tragically passed away at the age of 69. This has really sent a lot of shockwaves through the entire horror community, and I know a lot of the people in the Dead by Daylight community will also be affected by this. He had a fantastic career and has left behind a massive legacy, and I think now is a good time for all of us to honor him as an actor and as a person. This was the first post that I saw about it from Discussing Film. Tony Todd has sadly passed away at the age of 69. The Blumhouse Twitter also said, a monumental loss for the horror community. Rest in peace, Tony Todd. Dead Meat James said, Tony Todd was a titan of the horror community, and I'm not talking about his height. His commanding screen presence made you stop and listen, whether it was Candyman or just a cameo. In real life, he was as warm as his booming voice. He gave the best hugs. I'll miss him so much. Everyone at Fango is heartbroken to learn of the passing of the great Tony Todd. Gone too soon. Rest well, sir. This was one of Tony Todd's last posts, and you can see Paul Moore here standing at one of the murals of Candyman. I'm sure a lot of you already know this about Candyman, but in the 1992 Candyman, Tony Todd was covered in real bees. He only agreed to shoot this scene if they paid him $1,000 per bee sting. He earned $23,000. What an absolute legend. He's been in so many different roles. He's most well known for Candyman. There's nobody quite like Tony Todd out there, so every single role he brought his unique skill set to the table. From Candyman to The Crow to Final Destination to Scream, the TV series, what a horror legend. Rest in peace, Tony Todd. Steve Barton posted and said, Tony Todd, what can be said that already hasn't been said? Thank you for your talent, your heart, and your friendship. I'll always remember our time together and will miss you. I hope right now you're celebrating the good times with your brother. I love you, man, always. So I was editing today's video yesterday when I just went on Twitter to get like a visual for the video, and then I saw this news and I was shocked. Tony Todd is one of the icons of horror and has had a profound impact in my life. I didn't know too much about Candyman before starting this speculation channel, and now I've done countless hours of research about the IP, about the character. I've listened to so many different Tony Todd interviews, and it's just been a complete joy to get to know Tony Todd and his work. He's an expert in his craft, and he has one of the most iconic voices of our time. Entertainment posted about Tony Todd's passing. Actor Tony Todd, best known for playing the horror icon Candyman in the film series of the same name, has passed away at the age of 69. The actor passed away at his home in California on Wednesday. Todd leaves behind a wide-ranging and long-lasting entertainment career. The Washington, D.C.-born actor appeared in over 200 films and TV shows. I mean, you can do the math. If he's 69 years old and he's been in over 200 films and he had to obviously break in at a very young age, that is a lot of work and dedication to his craft. Todd's debut role was in the 1986 fantasy drama Sleepwalk, which he followed up with roles in the 80s like Platoon and Lean on Me before his breakout role in 1992's Candyman. Todd reprised his role in 3 sequel films, including Nia DaCosta's 2021 sequel of the same name. But his role as Candyman was especially important to Todd. In a 1995 profile, the actor told the Washington Post he felt a responsibility for the role since at the time Candyman was the only black horror icon. I mean, so this guy is just an icon on so many different levels. He's definitely one of the greats ever in the film industry. It's a big responsibility being the only one of anything in 1995, said Todd. I was born in 1996, but just based on this, I can tell he had a massive impact in the 90s. But there are other types of black characters I'd rather not be doing. It's better to do this than be associated with a drug icon. Variety also posted and said, Virginia Madsen remembers her Candyman co-star Tony Todd, who passed away at the age of 69. The great actor Tony Todd has left us and is now an angel, as he was in life. More later, but I can't right now. I love you. Variety actually posted this article saying that he passed away on Wednesday at his home. His death was confirmed by a representative for the actor. A cause of death was not disclosed. Look at this too. Tony Todd said, we are Venom at the most recent San Diego Comic-Con convention. This actually might have been from last year. Listen to the way Tony Todd delivers this line in this iconic moment.
We are Venom.
Dude has an outstanding voice and he was just built to be a legend. A lot of people have asked me, does this affect Candyman's chances of joining Dead by Daylight? And it's really hard to think about that right now. I know myself and a lot of people in the DBD community are still processing this because it really did come as quite a shock to a lot of people. But definitely his voice, his charisma, his skill set, everything he brought to the table as Candyman is the reason Candyman is so requested and wanted in Dead by Daylight. Matthew Cote even did admit this in one of his interviews.
There's a couple that float to the top. There's a couple. Yeah, Candyman is definitely up there.
And again, new film coming out. It's a good marketing,
I'm
tie-in
well
for you
aware.
guys. I'm sure you're well aware.
People have reminded me on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think one of our listeners, he lost his mind when the Candyman actor was following all the DBD
Yeah.
accounts, and it was like,
We noticed.
what does this mean? Is this happening?
We had nothing to do with that. It was just a perfect timing thing.
I posted a tweet honoring Tony Todd for his legacy and as a true icon of horror, and Josh responded to this and said, I don't want Candyman and DBD unless it's the man himself. He seemed to be open to the idea because of his retweet from a year or two ago. It's a shame he never lived to see it happen. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame of horror just as much as all the greats. Absolute legend. So rest in peace, Tony Todd. Thank you for everything you've given to us. In times like this, I just like to think like we shouldn't be sad that he's gone, just kind of glad that he ever came. Anyways, that does it for this video. Goodbye.